President.
After donating 1,000 Thanksgiving meals to LA's homeless, Kanye West met with local leaders on ways to end the homelessness problem through a mix of education, jobs, and homes. As he was presenting this plan, he went on, quote, a stream of consciousness rant about the power of Jesus Christ and his plans to win over Kim Kardashian once again after their alleged divorce.
When my wife sent me this article, my response to her was, if anyone can do it, he can do it. You know, which was, of course, snarky.
Yeah. Well, you know, he does actually have a long history of like putting his money into like homelessness is like his sort of pet charitable cause. He's also a loon, of course, but I mean, who cares? Like, he's not going to be the one doing the heavy intellectual lifting here. He's going to be the wallet. Like,
yeah, I wonder, I wonder what his, I don't know how to make this not sound uncomfortable at first, but what his pullout strategy is, like when he invests in these situations.
You couldn't have come up with any other way.
I couldn't. When he invests in these situations, are like whole groups created and like whole groups of people being taken care of, and then he goes like, oh no, now I'm gonna go make, you know, flip-flops for horses, and all that money is now pulled over here, you know.
Right.
So I would be concerned about that. You know, you can't.
From the article, it seems very unclear how much this is actually like happening.
Right.
All it said was like he met with some leaders, right? Which could mean that they had a very weird lunch with a very weird man where they couldn't get a word in edgewise, or it could mean there are actual plans.
Totally. We ordered room service. They brought in the cart, and then from underneath out popped Kanye. So we had this meeting, impromptu meeting.
I believe this.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to admit, though, I love Kanye.
I know very little about him.
I like his music. He was a snarky, sort of shitty guy when he was younger, but still somewhat nice. And he obviously went mentally ill, went very drastically mentally ill. And even in his mental illness is still holding down some degree of niceness, where he really has no motivation to whatsoever. And he obviously needs help, you know, but how do you force help on rich people? I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. You need like, tranquilizer darts and a net. I mean,
right. Like the who's the sandpit dude from Costa Rica? McAfee. That guy was obviously mentally ill. You know, we basically sat back and watched this. You know, like my daughter and wife were watching Chris Chan videos, and they eventually had to turn them off because they felt like they were taking advantage of this mentally ill person for entertainment. You know,
well, that's a person who's like diagnosed too.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Kanye has.
Okay. Well,
sometimes people don't need a diagnosis. You know, it's like.
No,
when you see a guy walking down the street covered in crap pants, you know, yelling about how his dog was abducted by aliens, no diagnosis necessary.
Look, maybe that guy's having a bad day.
Totally, just one bad day. You know,
his dog was abducted by aliens, and he was so freaked out that he crapped his pants, which honestly is not an unreasonable reaction given.
Totally, he could be a guest on our show.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think we try not to take advantage of the mentally ill, but God, is it hard sometimes? Is it hard to tell whether people are just have weird beliefs? Because like you can be a cultist without being mentally ill. Anyone can.
Oh, totally. Yeah. This feel could like take it back to your swayed personality.
Yeah. And I think that's most of the people we have on our show, but sometimes I wonder and I'm like, ooh, I do not feel good having you here.
Right. Yeah. No, and I support you with that. I mean, anything that's dangerous. I mean, I don't want to put it out there.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. It's just that sometimes I feel like, oof, you shouldn't be talking to us. You should be talking to
I see.
A man who can prescribe something.
Right.
But I don't think that often. Usually I think these people are put together, but insane and just the way only sane people can go insane.